What's going on, subs? What's going on? We hanging out. I think there's a lot of things going on, but I think I got it all set up. Good morning, Raylan. What's going on? I'm great. It's Friday, man. We hanging out. We chilling. It's been a good day. It's been a good week, man. I feel very excited, very happy to be back at work with all the stuff from the hurricane. I know I said that yesterday, but like, it's nice to be back. So this was the first week that some of my therapists have been working at the new like center that's downtown for homeless. And so just trying to organize that, like, it's so funny. Like in Central Florida, anytime that you're working with like so I'm trying to find things. Anytime you're working with like an agency, it's so hilarious because they're all so nice, but they're all run very like scatterbrained. Like, so nobody knows where the schedule is or like what's going on or like any of this stuff. And so it's just like, it's a lot of hands-on, like trying to make sure everything's going the way that it's supposed to. And then this week, like a lot of things, a lot of new ideas for videos. So being off for 5 days because of the hurricane, there's been a lot to like catch up on. And so I'm feeling like I'm getting kind of behind things again. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. What's up, MK? Yeah, it's like a too many cogs problem. Yeah, it really is. Well, and I don't know what it is about agencies, but like, the structure is kind of lacking sometimes, you know, like they're so focused on like helping people and like being nice and like being really sweet that sometimes the like system can kind of fall apart. And so getting them to like follow a system and like stay on course can be a little bit of a challenge. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now with them. They've been super great, super wonderful. And so I'm super happy about it. But it's just been, you just got to manage things. Like it's a management thing. And so it's like managing them, like managing the projects, like adding new things to Dream App. So actually like this week, the big project has been, we added 50 new symbols to the app that are like category specific. So based on the category of dream that you've had, the app will now interpret your dream based on that category. Yeah. Is there a Jason self-deprecates counter in the video? No, no, but we should have. Sometimes I was like, Jason, like, you good, fam? Because he was like, his humor is so self-deprecating. If you haven't listened to the new episode on Spotify, definitely check it out. Thank you, Raylan. By the way, you caught a little blooper in there that the editor is now fixing. So I actually really appreciate that message because I know you DM'd me and told me about a problem with the podcast. So we should be updated. There's also an issue with the, if you can hear it in the background, got a little lo-fi playlist that is specially put together by Dream App just for you all. It's playing in the background. So we actually also got that updated too. There were some things that needed to change. So yeah, it's just a whole thing, man. It's been a whole thing. So I think we're back at it. We're getting back on top of things, making progress. But how are you? How's the week? How are you hanging in there? Let me scroll back up. I think I missed some things. Oh my goodness. Let me go back. Leadership decisions don't exist in an agency. Yeah, Rena, you're kind of right. Actually, I was very impressed with the CEO and the president. They actually did a really great job for an agency. It just seems like the people who, like the management below the president, sometimes they don't know what's going on. Like I told them, I was like, listen, we can schedule things option 1 or option 2. Like, you know, my intern can show up on this day or this day. Which do you prefer? And so they said option 1. I was like, great. They'll be there that day. And then option 2 day comes around and they're like, where's the intern? And I was like, you said option 1. So they are sitting at home because you said you didn't want them there that day. And they're like, oh, okay. I got confused. I was like, I couldn't have been any more specific. It's people, man. Like people make mistakes and that's like part of it. And so it's just, I think the more that I learn and the more that I do things, the more that I realize, like, hey, you got to save some space for people to make mistakes. Like, it's my responsibility to hold space for people to be human. Like, if my schedule and like my thoughts about things are so rigid and so precise that there's no room for people to make mistakes, then like that's on me. Like, that's my fault for not being realistic about, like, people are going to make mistakes, and like there needs to be some time and some space to like make those mistakes, figure things out, because that's just human. To expect someone to do anything other than that is silly on my part, not on their part. I shouldn't be mad at them for making mistakes. I should be mad at me for not like learning how to overcome that, and like learning that that's like a normal, natural part of learning how to cooperate together. And so I try and talk to myself in that way as much as I try and like treat other people that way. And I think it's really important. Yeah. Literally is too confusing, I've discovered. Yeah, Raylan. I like the challenge though. I like the challenge. You can see me like rubbing my head like, yes, it's confusing. It is confusing, but it's a challenge. It's like, there's something real and honest about like learning how to interact and how to manage and how to, save space for people. And so if you can learn that, like, you learn something really, really important about both yourself as a human and about the world in general. Rena says, yeah, that I work for Minnesota Department of Transportation, and our commissioner is great, but no one under her makes decisions. Yes. Which, if you think about it, like, is kind of the problem of the commissioner. Like, the commissioner needs to, like, teach people how to make decisions and be a little bit more independent. So I actually had a really great discussion, and chime in here as I'm kind of monologuing about my week. Chime in at any time. But I actually had like a really great conversation with one of my interns this week who was getting a little bit frustrated with some of their clients. Not like actually mad or anything, but they were just like, they're like, they don't understand, like, they don't get the idea. They're not like really understanding like how they need to change or like what needs to happen. And I was like, listen, like, that's on you as the therapist. Like, if the person that's sitting in front of you doesn't understand, or they're not getting it, or they're not changing, you feel like they're being stubborn or resistant, like, that's on you for not learning how to communicate to them in their language. That's not on them for not changing. That's on you, because you're the therapist. You're the one in the driver's seat here. You need to learn how to communicate, not them learn how to understand you. That's the job. And so I was even talking with some other therapists about like dream interpretation stuff. They're just like, I don't understand kids, right? Like, I don't understand kids. Kids don't get it. They don't understand what's going on. They just want to talk about gossip at high school. And I was like, no, you're missing it. You're missing it. Those kids, that high school drama, like the stuff that's going on with their friends, is absolutely groundbreaking. Like, it is the most intense and like impactful thing in their world. Cecilia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. And so that's like so important to them. And if you think that that's stupid or silly or not important, you're missing it. You don't understand them, because it's important to them. So you need to understand why it's important to them. You can't just judge somebody and say, that's dumb. The thing that you like is stupid, or the way that you're thinking is silly. No. You need to understand. And that's the opportunity that like therapists and like big brothers and parents have, is like, the more that you can learn why someone behaves the way that they do, or why something is important to them, you get to learn more about what it means to be a human for yourself. And you get to be just that much more like connected with your own human nature, that much more wise, that much more patient. And so there's a huge opportunity there. And I think people just get frustrated and just give up instead of really seizing onto that opportunity. Because being frustrated is easier. I mean, I get it. Like, being frustrated and like being upset is way easier than like actually going through the hard work of, let me set aside my own biases. Let me set aside the things that I think need to be, or the way that I think things need to be done. And let me understand you as a human, as a person. Doing that will change you as a human being. Soapbox concluded. That's my thoughts about that. They're talking about that because that's their life. Exactly, Raylan. They're talking about that because it's important to them. Anyways. You ever talked with a friend? Tell me in the chat. Like, you ever talked with a friend and they just don't get it? Like, and they don't take the time to slow down and understand what's important to you? I've had it happen to me. And at times I've been guilty of it as well. I'm like, I don't get this. And so I always have to remind myself, okay, slow down. What is going on here? Like, what is the deal? Anyways, that's my 2 cents about that. What do you think? Tell me how your week's been. Tell me what's going on. For everyone here, thank you so much for the likes on the screen. Eddie, for the likes on the screen. It's Jay. Thank you so much. Rena. What does Rena say? Rena says, that happens with me and my brother all the time. Ooh, tell me more. What happens with your brother? It happens with me and my siblings too sometimes. I've got, I'm not going to call anybody out, right? But I have got, my siblings act in different ways. One is very, very much stressed about their own life. And so what's kind of frustrating is, and this happens with other people too, they can be so stressed about their own life that they don't realize that they're coming off as kind of like full of their own thoughts and kind of uncaring. The other one, you know, another member of my family, just totally kind of uncaring, you know, and, well, they don't realize how that comes across. They feel personally kind of slighted. And so, well, it's just, I wish I could do something to help, but they don't want to have a conversation about it. So, oh, family, we're getting deep today, huh? Raylan says, I don't care if they don't get it. I just want them to get that they don't get it. You know, Raylan, you got a great point. I really got to appreciate that. Like, it's okay if you don't get something, and it's okay if it doesn't make sense to you. I just need someone to like understand that it's important to me and that maybe you don't get it. But like, just be with me in that moment. Like, you don't have to totally be on the same page with me, but just be with me. Does that make sense? Like, you don't have to be on the same page, but just be with me. I think that's really important. I think it's super important. Rena says, he can never understand where I come from, especially with my significant other. Ah, yeah. I hear that. And it's almost like when they try and like step outside their comfort zone and understand you, they get offended, right? Like, you ever notice that? Like, if I say like, hey, like, just take a moment to try and understand where I'm coming from, they're like, they get offended. And so, I mean, my personal thought is that the reason they get offended is because they're insecure. And that's the reality. That's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Like, the reason that people get offended is they're insecure about their own beliefs or their own thoughts. Uh-oh. Give me a clap or a thumbs up in the chat if you agree. Oh my gosh. So true. In the middle of my brain MRI today, the electricity went out. No, Laupo. You're in the MRI machine and the power goes out. That's kind of horrifying, right? Because I know a lot of people get like claustrophobic in the MRI machine. Did you get claustrophobic? Like, I might have panicked. Did a nurse come in and like try and save you? Like, rescue you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit of like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, but that sounds terrible. Maybe it wasn't terrible to you. I don't want to give you that suggestion if that's not like, if you were fine. Like, maybe it was just fine and you just crawled out and it's good. No backup generator for that fancy machine? Yeah, you'd think they have a backup generator, right? Like, don't these... Yeah. Does it take a while for like the generator to kick back on? Yep, not worried, just weird. Whoops. Good for you. You are a calm, collected, and well put together individual. Appreciate you for sure. Hold on, I'm going back to Rena's for a second. Rena says, he always says, I don't understand why LDR and why him. Doesn't respect religious beliefs. Doesn't understand. That's okay. Oh, it took about 5 seconds. Okay. I'm thinking you're like stuck there. You're like in the MRI machine. It's like just out. But I guess it was just okay. It's a few seconds. I'm over here imagining the worst. I'm like stuck in the MRI machine. They had to come pry you out with the crowbar. The MRI machine's got that giant magnet in it too, right? You ever seen like people get things stuck in the MRI machine? Like nothing metal is allowed in the MRI machine because there's such a giant magnet in there that if anything metal got in there, it would stick to that magnet and you could not remove it. It's like that strong. Have you seen this? I swear there's a YouTube video where like someone takes a metal chair and like puts it into an MRI machine and it like sticks to it and you can't get it off. They have to take the machine outside, decompress it, right? And like release some like nitrous oxide gas or some stuff like that in order to like take the chair off. They have to like undo the magnet and like put it back. It's wild. I fell asleep during my MRI a few years back. Dude, they're loud though. Like it's hard to fall asleep in an MRI machine. Like they are loud. Yeah. Okay, so they manually rolled you out. I guess did you have to restart the MRI all over again? Because like I mean, I imagine that messes with the image, right? Like you can't use the image if the MRI machine goes down while they're like trying to image you, right? I've heard of things getting ripped out of their body during one. No, that's horrifying. That's like, do you remember that one scene from I think it was X-Men where like Magneto, who can control metal, he like pulls the iron out of like a person's blood and then like uses that to like create a bullet to like get out of a bad situation. Do you remember that scene? I remember that like watching that as a teenager or like as a kid, and I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. Good superhero movies. Good superhero movies. Did you see that they're coming out with the next freaking Deadpool 3? I'm stoked about that. Deadpool's like my favorite superhero, man. Yeah, if you have pins and rods from a previous broken bone, it'll rip out of you. That's terrifying. Yeah, the broke out of jail scene. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Raylan, you got it. Oh my gosh, could you imagine it like ripping your knee socket out? What if you had like a hip replacement, rips your hip out? Talk about the stuff of nightmares. Oh my gosh. Lapo says, luckily they were almost done and got what they needed. Brain is good. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm glad your brain is all right. That's great. I don't know what the situation totally was, but I'm glad that you're good. I'm glad that you're good. So excited for Deadpool. Yeah, me too, Rena. Me too. Deadpool and Wolverine. That's right, Raylan. I'm pumped. Pumped. Yes, the new Deadpool is going to be so good. I love, dude, you know, I got a soft spot in my heart for Ryan Reynolds. What a dude. I don't know anything about him in his personal life. He may be a total asshole. Very possible. But I love his characters and I love his like witty humor. I think it's so fun. So fun. Gonna be great. I am actually, you know what I'm super excited about for tonight? Tonight, I'm really pumped because after this live, I'm sitting my butt down in my living room and I am watching The Rings of Power because I could not watch it because the hurricane was here and our internet was out. So I'm like 2 weeks behind on Rings of Power. And I think another episode came out today. So very excited. Have you seen the Mario movie trailer? No, I have not. Dorsey. Hey, Dorsey, what's up? I think at first comment in the chat I've seen. Dorsey says, I keep dreaming about number 2. Either it comes in a house or people or things. So number 2 is about balance. It's about the light and dark side. It's about like black and white, light and shadow, left and right, you know, the two halves of a whole. And so oftentimes when we dream about the number 2 or we see 2 of something, it's all about like us trying to find that balance between opposites. So you may be right now in your life, you may be a little bit black and white. You may be a little bit too extreme about things. You're either all on or all off, right? Or you're either all in or all out. And so learn to find that balance. That's what the number 2 is all about. So is there something, Dorsey, is there something going on in your life where your dreams, you know, you're kind of feeling a little bit tense, a little bit like black and white about things? Yeah. Rena, I gotta watch it. You're right. The new Mario movie trailer. For sure. Hey, well, everyone who's here, everyone who's joining, Welcome. Just a quick introduction. My name is Jesse Lyon. I'm the Chief Dream Scientist at DreamApp. My actual professional job, believe it or not, is to interpret people's dreams. And on Fridays, we do a subscriber-only live, just to say thank you to the subs and to say how much I appreciate the support. And so we answer the dreams. Answer the dreams for the subs. Anything you want to ask, anything you want to talk about, get off your chest. I'm here for you to listen and to support and to be like a safe zone without judgment. You know, that's what we do. So check out the page, free app in the bio. You can also check us out at dreamapp.io to like see our whole list of like over 600 symbols at this point. So check it out. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I see a dream coming through. Okay, go home or stay kind of thing. Oh, Dorsey. Okay, I see. So you're kind of like all or nothing. Like, do I go home or do I stay? What do I do? It can feel pretty intense. Yeah. And so maybe the answer then is to find a balance between maybe you shouldn't stay and maybe you shouldn't totally go home, but you need to find that balance between the two options. Let's see. Okay, MK's got her dream. All right. MK, I haven't seen part 2. Oh, as I said that, part 2 showed up. Okay, so let's get to MK's thing, and then Raylan, I'm coming back to you. MK says, not really a dream interpretation, but interesting for sure. So I have cluster headaches. Oh, those are tough. Those are really tough, actually. That wake me up suddenly from pain. So I started taking melatonin during clusters. Oh, how is melatonin working for you for the cluster headaches? I'm actually very curious to know how that works out. Hey, Julie's in the chat. What's up, Julie? How's it going? I don't know how long you'll be because I know you said last night on live that you are typically at work at this time, but it's great to see you pop in. Okay, Raylan says, so I think you guys were talking about letting people figure out stuff on their own, but sometimes you should help people, should help move it because it took Morpheus 600 years to figure out he gave the guy immortality because he wanted a friend. Yes, you're right there. And it's a balance, man. I mean, going back to, going back to Dorsey's comment about her dream with the number 2, like it is really tough for a therapist. Like, you know, when am I supposed to listen and when am I supposed to be an unconditional place of positive regard? And when am I supposed to give my opinion? Like sometimes if all you're doing is giving opinion and advice, it can be really kind of oppressive almost. Like it can be really, really problematic and not very helpful because the person's not learning anything themselves. But sometimes if you never give advice, people can be making these grave mistakes that like they're coming to you as a therapist to avoid. And so it's like, you know, you got to help a guy out, you know, like tell them like, okay, wait, hold on. That's a bad idea. Let's not do that. And so I really do try and balance that, but it is tough. And sometimes I make mistakes. I mean, I'll be honest. I like to think I don't make a lot of mistakes and that my mistakes are manageable and we go back and fix them. But I'm definitely, you know, just a person. So it's tough. It's tough for sure. Let's see. Did I get... Okay. MK says, and it helps me stay asleep, but I'll dream of demons screaming in my face before I wake up. So the melatonin, yeah, that's the problem, man. Like, I've stopped telling people to take melatonin. Of course, listen, follow your doctor's advice, do what your doctor tells you, but melatonin can have a real negative side effect when it comes to dreams. Like, it makes your dreams very, very intense and very, very, usually negative. Like, it makes them really, really kind of intense. I hear a lot of stuff about monsters, a lot of stuff about like demons, right? You know, screaming in your face makes sense to me. The problem that I find is most people don't know the recommended dose for melatonin, and they're overdosing on melatonin. I forget the exact number off the top of my head. It's not just like right there, but the amount of melatonin that you're supposed to take, if you look up like the guidelines, is actually a lot less than people think. And so people will get like the maximum strength melatonin and take like 2 or 4 of them. And it's like, that's a lot for your body to handle. That's a ton. And so it'll mess with your dreams. It'll fuck them up, man. Yeah, 0.5 milligram. So people will be taking like the 0.8 milligrams and like taking 3 of them. I don't know if that's right, Raylan, but I'm sure that you Googled it. So yeah. Raylan says, I literally have no idea what you were just talking about because it froze for half of that for me. Oh, damn it. Sorry. It doesn't say I'm dropping frames. I've got a little program running that counts things for me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 3 or 5 milligrams of melatonin. Have I ever taken melatonin in my life? I don't think I've ever taken melatonin in my life. If I do, it's been so long ago I forgot. Now I know that my wife will, especially because of the difficulties with like, she's pregnant. So it's like the baby's moving around in there. Things are, oh my God, MK, you take 5? Jesus. You take 5 melatonin? Girl, I'm gonna fuck you up, man. Be careful, dude. Talk with your doctor. I don't know. The thing about melatonin is you're not like gonna overdose and die. I mean, again, not medical advice. This is just my own personal experience. But melatonin is not going to have like a bad effect like that, but it's going to make you feel weird and it's going to make your dreams weird. Like there's some good research behind that. Yeah. Oof. Oh. 5 milligrams, not pills. Okay. You're taking a 5 milligram tablet, not like 5 pills. Oof. Rough. Because I think you answered what I said, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I tried it because my sleep got really messed up, but it made me feel like death. Ooh, yeah. Hold on, Raylan, let me answer your question again. Oh, yeah. So you were talking about like, hey, like you should give people advice, like not just like listen to them all the time, like tell them when they're doing something wrong. And I'm like, yes. And so my comment about that, Raylan, was just like, it's tough for a therapist because we have to figure out how to balance it. It's like, it really is important to let someone work things out for themselves and come to the solution. And it's not like I'm hiding a solution. Like I never want to come across, or I never even want to, let alone come across, like I'm holding back information. I just want to be patient and I want to help someone in their process, not just try and jump to conclusions. You know what I mean? So I think it's really important just not to jump to conclusions. But if I have advice, I really do try and give that advice. And I talk with my interns about this too. Like if you're seeing something and they're coming to you to help like keep them safe from bad decisions, like help walk them through that. Like that's really, really important. So it is a balance though. It's tough. Crazy cat lover 74, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I'll do a quick introduction one more time while Julie's typing in the chat. I feel like my hair is crazy. My name is Jesse Line. I'm the chief dream scientist at DreamApp. It is my full-time professional job to interpret people's dreams and to use dreams as a tool for mental health. And so if you're struggling with dreams, if you've got nightmares, if you've got traumatic nightmares, that's what we specialize in here. There's a lot of resources, free resources on my page. Check them out. I would just love to learn what's going on in your mind and how I can help. On Fridays, we do subscriber only live just to say thank you to the subs and to say I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. If you want to jump in the chat and say, hey, do consider it's like $5 to subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. It kind of helps support the content that we do, and we can have some one-on-one time to like talk through a dream of yours and like really go deep into it. I go live every week on Thursday as well, and that's just open to everybody. So I just like to have that special time on Fridays, and we have a lot of fun, man. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Take good care of yourself. You are worth it, my friend. You really are. Okay, Julie says, so I had a dream about being at work and one of the clients trapped me in their room. And that's part one. I was SA'd by another client. Okay, yeah, I guess I can't say that. Scarlane! Oh my gosh, welcome to the chat, Scarlane. Welcome to the Lion Pride. We're answering Julie's dream right now, but Scarlane, put your comments in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for the support. It's so good to see you. I know you're always there on Thursdays, so welcome in, man. And so Julie says, at the end of this dream, you were SA'd by another client in that room. So remember, again, it's symbolic, right? So SA, and you're going to have to Google what that means because TikTok won't let me say that out loud. SA inside of a dream is all about feeling out of control and feeling like your own personal boundaries are violated, right? And so if you're dreaming about work and like a coworker or like one of the clients at work is trapping you and like assaulting you, it has a lot to do with probably poor boundaries with work. And I would say that for anybody who's having that kind of dream, not just you, Julie, it can be like a little bit of a warning, like, whoa, watch out. Notice your interactions here. how are you out of control? How are you not really being in charge of your own boundaries and not really protecting yourself here? And so learning how to be more assertive with your work-life balance, with your work-life boundaries is going to be really, really important. And let me tell you, we all struggle with that. I mean, look, guilty. Yeah, it's you guys know me. Like, I try really hard to make sure that I have good work-life boundaries, because I'm doing social media all the time, and so I'm always online, like, saying hey, but I got to learn how to turn it off and take a break, and I'm not good at it. And Julie, maybe we can work on this together, man. But like, we're getting there. We are working through it, man. We're working through it. Scar Lane. I said hi. Hey, Julie, listen. Raylan told me that I need to call people out. Right? I'm just teasing you, Raylan. I'm teasing. Raylan told me I need to call people out and not just like listen to their problems and tell them what's going on. So listen, Julie, I'm calling you out. I'm telling you what's going on. No, you all are the best. You all are the best. Okay, Scar Lane says, yeah, I remember your question from yesterday. I totally answered it. I spent like a while answering it, I believe. But let's get to it. I said, oh yeah, it was 11:18. Scar Lane says, hi, yesterday I left too soon to the live. My question was about the time. Yes. Yeah, I didn't even know you had left. I spent a while talking about it. So let's go over it again, Scar Lane. So Scar Lane, for anyone listening right now, Scar Lane had this dream, right? And so my job as a dream interpreter, we're going to go into it, right? And in Scar Lane's dream that she told me yesterday, she sees this number, 11:18, and she sees it 4 times. And so, the number 4 is all about being complete, being whole. 4 walls of a house, right? And then a lot of things in life are broken down into 4s, right? Earth, wind, water, fire, north, south, east, west, right? Even the different types of Pokemon, I think, like in Pokemon Go, aren't there like maybe there's 3, I don't know. Things break down into 4s, right? Heart, soul, mind, and strength, like the 4 parts of a person. And so 4 is a number for whole. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Now, you saw this number 11:18. How do we interpret numbers? The way that we interpret numbers in dreams is we have to add them together. So 11:18. 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3, plus 8, 11. So the number 11, that's 2 digits again, so we got to add them again, is 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So you have 2, which is about balance, balancing the 2 halves of a whole, and the 4 parts of a whole. So your dream is telling you, it's a good dream. It's learning how to balance, and through that balance, finding the safety and the completion of who you are, right? So notice some of the different ways that 11:18 shows up and where you're seeing it, but 11:18 is a call for balance so that you can feel complete again. And that's really why it's showing up in your dream. Does that kind of make sense? Kind of get it? Scar Lane, so the question that I would ask you, and I would love for you to answer in the chat, is what are you going through right now that you feel like you need a little bit more balance? And perhaps where are you feeling like you're missing protection because of a lack of balance? So like talk with me through where you kind of feeling this, if you're comfortable sharing, only if you're comfortable sharing. But we've got a pretty cool group here, and I know they'd love to support you. So yeah, let me know. Yeah. I had a crazy dream last night. I wrote it down. I can't remember it. I'm the worst. Listen, I preach about this dream stuff all the time, but I'm the worst. Like, I do not remember my dreams very well, like, at all. I have to really be very intentional about writing them down. And so, like, I know I had, like, a crazy dream last night and even the night before, but I don't remember off the top of my head. It's written in my notes because I go back to it, I reference it, and I look to my dreams to help me understand what decisions I need to make that day. Yeah. Scar Lane says, I just started university. I just started university, and at the time, I didn't know anyone. Now I know 5 people. And she says, my dad is at, I'm sure you're typing. Starting university. My dad is at the hospital right now. We don't know when he can come home, so I'm a lot alone at home. Oof. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's really like, I can get that. Like, your life is being pulled apart in many different ways. And so, yeah, I feel for you. I really think it's a good dream. And I think seeing that repeated number, 11:18, is reminding you, hey, balance is going to be there. And seeing it 4 times is like, hey, it's going to always be there for you. It's going to be consistent. It's going to be whole. But find that balance. Your life is really stressed, but you got to deal with the stress and also be there for yourself. And so to me, that's really what that means. It's just a little reminder from your brain saying, hey, you're important. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. That's really, I think, what's kind of going on. So yeah, pay attention to that. Let's see. What else we got going on? I wish I could figure this thing out. Let me see. If I do that, yeah, that's better. Sorry, a little microphone problem. Yeah, Scarlane, absolutely. I'm super, super happy to answer for you all the time, anytime. How's your week been? How are you doing just personally? Like outside of dreams and stuff. Yeah. Rena, welcome back in. Cat Paw Shake, welcome to the chat. Cheers, everyone. Man, anyone got some great plans for the weekend? What's going on? 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 5 joined. Welcome. So we're just hanging out. We're just talking about things. Man, yeah. Does anyone else have this problem? I'm kind of curious. Does anyone else have this problem? I find that I self-sabotage. And the way that I self-sabotage is I'll have dreams and I'll write them down, but it feels almost like painful to like go back and reference those dreams for insight, because like it's almost scary. Like I don't know if anybody else does this, but like I get scared interpreting my own dreams sometimes. Not like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Not like scared like that, but it's like, you know how like when you have a chore that you know you need to do and so like you don't do it because you don't want to do it and like you're avoiding it. I'll do that because I know like if I look at my dreams, it means that I'm going to see something about my life that I need to change. And sometimes I just don't want things to change. I want them to stay the same. And not be any different. So I self-sabotage that way. Does anyone else do that? Is that me? Rena says for the weekend, going up north tomorrow. Nice, Rena. Where's up north? What and what's up north? What are you going to do there? Raylan says late birthday breakfast tomorrow. Ooh, man, maybe I should go out for breakfast. Breakfast sounds great right now. Man, where to? Do you do a brunch thing or you do like a breakfast? I love like an early breakfast where like you're a little bit groggy and a little bit tired. I don't know, something about being like half dozed off and like super early in the morning eating breakfast. The pancakes just taste better. Oh, yeah, they do. And that coffee, oh, it just hits different. Oh my gosh. Yes. Start the quiz. Did you listen to the newest episode of the podcast? Let me know. Scarlane says, I'm doing good, actually. Found some people in the last few weeks. I am changing a lot to the better. Scarlane, I love that. I tell you, man, relationships are so important. I mean, I know it sounds like dumb and obvious, but like they really are, dude. Like you cannot change and get better without relationships. Like you have to have a relationship in order to like move and progress and grow. And even relationships for sure, but even relationships with yourself are like of the utmost importance. Anyways, I could monologue about that, but you get what I'm saying. Raylan says, not exactly that, but yeah, I got a story that is way too long to type, sort of like that. Okay, yeah. Yep. Guilty of ignoring my dreams because they're so impactful. Like every time I like interpret my dream, it's just like this huge like personal revelation. I'm just like, can we just leave things the way that they are and just like leave things the same? And it's like, I can only do that for a couple days before it's like, I'm like, man, like then my life starts to fall apart. Then like things start to break. And then like, you know, I'm frustrated with things and I can't figure out how to do the things that I want to do. And I'm like, oh, was I ignoring my dreams? Yeah. Okay. I'm sure the answer's in there. And then of course it is. Yeah. Yeah. You like, exactly, Raylan. You like interpret your dreams and you're like, I'm just mad. Like really? Like, gah, I know it's true, but it's just like, fuck. Frustrating for sure. But like in the best possible way of frustrating, like frustrating as you're learning a new thing. Rena says, going to Duluth and along the North Shore to see fall colors and Gooseberry Falls. That sounds great. Gooseberry Falls. Up north, seeing the colors change. You know, Florida, shit don't change over here, man. In Florida, it's always green. It's always green. Yeah, no, it's always green. Like the leaves don't fall. Like maybe a little bit more than normal, but the grass never goes away. Then the trees never stop growing leaves. Like it's Florida. Like, so seeing those like beautiful colors, seeing the change of seasons, it's good for your mental health, to be honest. Like it does something really important, like a mental reset, you know? Laupo says, my boyfriend has end of the world dreams often. I don't remember mine. Laupo, don't worry. Well, thank you for being here, even though you don't remember your dreams. Let's do what we can to like help you bring those back. So listen, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm gonna share a little bit of something, Laupo. I, chief dream scientist, your resident dream expert, Lion Mental Health. I didn't dream for probably 12 years. There was a period of time for about 12 years where I didn't dream. And that's not quite true. Everybody dreams, and I dreamed every night, but people who say that they don't dream, they don't remember their dreams. And so, you know, from science and research, we know that everyone dreams every single night. It's a part of your sleeping pattern. You can check the brain and see that it's in dream state. You can see the eyelids underneath your eyes and that they're moving in REM cycle sleep. But the problem is when we wake up, we just get super stressed. We get right to work. We get right to doing things, and we don't remember them. So, and that's just the natural part of the brain. Believe it or not, the brain is actually kind of like designed in such a way to not remember. Alexandra, thank you for the roses. Welcome, Alexandra. Hey, Alexandra, do consider, I mean, if you want to say, hey, you want to talk about some things, you want to get your dream answered, we're doing the subs only chat right here on Fridays. So you can jump on in if you feel like it. Just subscription buttons up there. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, I forget what I was talking about. So just forgetting dreams. I forgot my dreams for a long time. And so they come back with practice. The best way is to put a journal next to your bed, right? And having that journal next to your bed and writing up the first thoughts that come to your mind. So don't censor it. Don't judge yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. Just like write down exactly what comes to mind. What emotions you wake up with. Were you happy or sad when you woke up? Were you feeling good about yourself, bad about yourself when you woke up? Those all count as dreams. In fact, the scientific definition of a dream is anything that's remembered from sleep. So if you remember feeling happy, if you remember feeling sad, if you just wake up and you feel a certain way, that counts as a dream. So a lot of people think that dreams have to be, you know, very, very, very big and very like magical and mystical. They certainly do not. Yeah. Do different levels in a house mean different things? Yes, Rena, absolutely. The deeper levels, like especially like a basement or the bottom floors, symbolize your like unconscious, your deeper self, and your animal nature. So these are like your primal drives and instincts. The higher levels in the house, the upstairs, symbolizes both like your spirituality, but more your logic, right? So it's like, think about it. It's like your body, right? Down here in our hips, we've got our animal instincts, you know, our drives and desires. And then up here in our upstairs, we have our thoughts and our thinking, our logical, sophisticated parts of ourselves. And so inside the house, because the house is a symbol for you and your psyche, you'll see that difference. So the higher up you go, the more closer to the clouds and sometimes ungrounded, but logic and sophisticated thought. And the closer to the ground and even in the ground, your more animal drives in nature. Yeah. Yeah, Raylan, I don't know. Is the chat or the live starting over for anybody else, or just Raylan here? Scarlane says, oh my gosh, Lupo, I'm so sorry, my ADHD. You said your boyfriend has end of the world dreams. If your boyfriend is having end of the world dreams, it has a lot to do with anxiety and feeling like things are coming to an end. Go figure, right? But it's not like really the end of the world. Oh, yeah, the poll does keep starting over. I don't know why. I'll just ignore it the next time it comes through. We'll see what happens. But end of the world dreams mean that you feel like one part of your world is coming to a close. So like, this is actually very common when like people are graduating school, when people are getting married or starting a new chapter in their life. They'll dream about the end of the world because their old world is ending. Right? You know, you graduate from school and now it's time to go get, you know, your first job in that field. So the world is ending. Your school world is ending. And you're starting a new chapter, a new world. And so that's really what's going on. Mm-hmm. Alexandra, hand hearts back to you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Let's see. Is it normal to remember dreams? Sometimes I remember dreams I had when I was like 5. So yeah, there really can be like two extremes when it comes to this, both in personality and in the same person. So some people are just avid dreamers. Like I met a guy at the dream conference who lucid dreamed multiple times every single night. That is incredibly rare. In fact, the interview with him is live on the Dream App YouTube channel right now. You can go check out my interview with him. An incredible individual. And he's got a Twitch and all that stuff. Yeah. But that's incredibly rare. So like some people do remember every single dream, and they're very intense and they're very vivid. Other people don't remember any of their dreams, and it's very difficult. They have to put a lot of effort into it. I have to put a little bit more effort into my dreams. That's probably why I'm a dream scientist, because I have to work a little bit harder for my dreams. So I'm a little bit more experienced on like how to put in the work. And it doesn't come naturally to me sometimes. So because my brain can, even in the chat, you see how I get distracted very easily. So I have to put in that concentrated effort to remember my dreams and use them. That's why I've dedicated, my life to it. Vanny, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, Raquel. So yeah, end of the world dreams. That's what's up. And remembering dreams. That's what's up. Yeah. Personality dream videos. Yeah. I was thinking about doing a series like what you dream based on your astrological sign. How fun would that be? Like if I made a video of like, these are Cancer dreams. These are Aquarius dreams. These are Taurus dreams. These are Sagittarius dreams. That'd be kind of cool, right? I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do it. I had an odd dream 2 nights ago. Well, Meg, don't keep us waiting. What was your odd dream? I am all abuzz, ready to hear, ready to see what's going on. Do share. But yeah, it's not weird to remember a dream from childhood. It's usually the dreams from childhood that are the most intense that we are more likely to remember. So, no, that's not strange at all. Oh, he had a nose there for a minute. You see? Boom. Got him. Sometimes I dream about being in like a basement, huge, just a bit light from the stairs alone. Oh, beautiful dream, Scarlane. Beautiful dream. So when you dream about a basement, right, and just a little bit of light coming in from the top, that's a metaphor for you. That's a metaphor for all of us, really. Like you're tapping into something that is innate inside every human being. The basement is our deeper consciousness, right? This is our animal instincts. These are our drives. This is our body, right? Things like that. And so, yeah, there we go. This is our animal drives. This is our deeper wisdom and truth. And so the basement is you connecting with the deeper parts of yourself. But the basement's dark. It's scary down there. It's vast. It's huge. And so the process of life and the process of growing up even is all about like learning how to bring the light of the upstairs consciousness down into the basement to learn about our true self and to learn who we are. That's the beauty of dreams. Bringing the light of consciousness to the unconscious process. It's the process of dreams. Ooh, someone clipped that. That's a good way to describe it. Dreams are the process. Dreams are, how would I say that the best way? Dreams are bringing the light of consciousness into our unconscious truth, into our deeper truth. Yeah. Dreams are bringing the light of consciousness into our deeper truth. I like that. That's the way I want to say that. Okay, Meg's got a good one. Okay, three-parter here. Part 1. I was out with my friends at this weird theme park / amusement park. I got up from the table, went to the large slide, but got denied entry because I didn't have a harness. I was like, oh, let me go tell my friend who was ahead of me. They said, okay, so I went and told my friends, got back to the... I know, I've been behind on tweets, Raylan, haven't I? Okay, got back to the entry area and they told me I could come back. I was upset because I didn't understand why. But, so let me go through this from the beginning. Meg's got a great dream here. This is good. Meg says, okay, so out with friends. Your friends are both like your real friend connections in real life, but also the connections with the different parts of you. So your friends actually symbolize characters and identities inside of who you are. So this is you relating with the parts of yourself. And you're at a theme park, an amusement park. This is both a good and bad symbol. So the theme park, amusement park is like your pursuit of happiness, but it can be kind of trivial, right? It can be kind of like cheap happiness. So you're at this amusement park with the parts of yourself. You get up from this place and you go to the large slide, right? This is going down. This is fast. This is like, this is you sliding down something. Ease, like sliding in, like sliding into DMs, right? Sliding down a slide. That's the symbolism here. But you were denied entry because you didn't have a harness. Safety. So the happiness that you're trying to pursue, there's a part of you that's denying you entry to your happiness because they're like, hey, this happiness is not safe. This is a trivial happiness and it's not safe. And so you went to go tell the other parts of you, hey, why can't we go like have this great time? Like it's not a big deal, right? And so here you go. Dream continues. Enter the area, and I was upset because I didn't understand why, but I went to get food, ordered food, and then got denied food, and I started crying. Oh, food is about how you're caring for yourself, how you're nurturing for yourself. Oops, I meant restaurant/amusement park. Okay, got it. Restaurant. Oh, yeah. So restaurant is about how you're nourishing yourself. This is your self-care. Anytime we're eating, right? It's very much relates to being a baby, being a child, right? When you're a child, you just consume things. You make them a part of yourself. So it's like, what in life are you making a part of your life, right? In my dreams, if I eat a cheeseburger, that represents me making something a part of my life, right? And so, yes. So Meg, the dream is about you want to pursue happiness and you want to pursue self-care, but there are characters inside of you. There are parts of you that are saying, hey, you're not allowed to pursue caring for yourself. You're not allowed to nourish yourself and take care of yourself because that's not safe. You don't have a harness, right? Or you're not good enough, or you're not allowed. You're denied self-care. And so it's this tension that you're feeling right now of like, my happiness is out of reach and my self-care is out of reach because my deeper self, there's characters inside of me that say that's not safe. So Meg, the question to you would be, what happiness do you want to pursue right now? Like if all the constraints were ripped away, like if there was no holding back, if there was no fear of being unsafe, what happiness would you pursue? And then ask yourself, why are you afraid of not being safe when taking care of yourself and being happy? I would want to look deeper into that. And so I wonder what situation you're facing, Yeah. Rena's got another dream. Rena Round the Rosie says, I had a dream that I was fighting a monster in the basement. Ooh, yes. Oh, I love these ones. I love monster dreams. I had a dream that I was fighting a monster in the basement with arrows. But when I ran upstairs, so let's get to that piece, right? So, yeah, there we go. So the monster, believe it or not, whenever we dream about monsters, whenever we dream about big bad people, like dark shadowy figures coming to attack us, you probably know where I'm going with this. Anytime that we have that dream, it's about ourselves. That monster is actually a piece of you. And so, in the basement, symbol for your deeper truth, your deeper self. That's your unconscious mind. So there is a part of you inside of your deeper self, your true self, that you have been keeping locked up inside of your unconscious mind, inside of your shadow. And so, well, the dream continues. The monster ignored everything and headed outside to destroy for things. Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. This is a symbol for the parts of you that you deny, the parts of you that you're scared of, the parts of you that you don't like, that if you keep them locked up and hidden in the basement, your shadow, they're eventually going to come out and start destroying your conscious life, your waking life. And so this is like repressed sexuality, repressed happiness, repressed sadness, repressed feelings, repressed relationships. Anything about yourself that you're denying can only be denied for so long before it comes out and haunts you. And so that monster is really your best friend. You need to learn how to let that monster out and how to be friends with it. Because just like Just like in Hercules, when Hercules learns to tame the wild boar, at first the wild boar is his enemy. But then he learns and makes friends with the wild boar, and the wild boar becomes a huge asset and a great help to his fight. That's the same struggle that we face as human beings all the time, learning how to tame and learning how to make friends with those deeper parts of ourselves that we want to deny and that we're probably ashamed of. So that's really what it's all about. Yeah. A little bit of self-sabotage. I would say a little bit of self-sabotage, but I think a better way to describe it wouldn't be self-sabotage. It would be shame. Don't let the guilt and the shame for those parts of yourself that you hide keep you from acknowledging and making friends with those parts of yourself. Because there's parts of yourself that you're embarrassed about. And it's that embarrassment, that shame that keeps you from accepting your true self. That's what your dream's really trying to tell you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Hey, so for anyone in the chat, I'll just take a second and say hello. My name is Jesse Lyon. I'm the Chief Dream Scientist at DreamApp. It is my full-time job, my professional occupation to interpret people's dreams. And so if you've got a dream, let me know. Put it in the chat. On Fridays, we do a subscriber-only chat just to say thank you for the subs, for supporting the page. And so we talk about dreams and we interpret their dreams and help people understand really what's going on with their minds. So, yeah. Ah, great. I'm so glad, Rena. I'm so glad that connects with you and makes sense. I would ask, if you're feeling bold, if you're feeling confident about conquering this part of you, tell us in the chat. Tell me, what is the part of yourself that you're ashamed of? And what is it about yourself, only if you're comfortable, what is it about yourself that you want to claim, that you want to be proud of, and that you need to let out into the light? What is the monster that you're afraid of that really is a beautiful and cherished part of you? I'd love to know. What is the part of you that you're scared of? Okay, Meg. Meg says, I think maybe it's because I'm pulled between having the kids 24/7 and my job. Ooh, I can't get a normal workout routine going because something is always coming up. That makes a lot of sense. Because Meg just a second ago was telling us about this dream where she was at this restaurant / amusement park. Both very positive things, very fun things. Uh-oh. It says I lost connection. Let me see something. See if it comes back. Let's find out. Gosh darn it. It says my connection was lost. I think we're back. Sorry, my Wi-Fi took a poop. My Wi-Fi went for a minute. Okay, we're back. Oh, Tifa's here. What's going on, Tifa? Where's the best to watch your live streams to join the chats? Tifa, actually on YouTube is a great place to watch it. Great place to join the chat. On TikTok, I'm live, but for subs only. So if you're on YouTube, you're getting a special benefit. We're trying to promote the YouTube channel. So yeah, Tifa, you're in the right spot. Say what's up. But I'm live on both. I'm live on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok right now. Okay, sorry. So back to Meg's question, because it probably missed that when it cut out. Meg says, I think it's because I'm pulled between having my kids 24/7 and my job. I can't get a normal workout routine going because something is always coming up. I tell you what, that's been my problem this past week too. I've wanted to work out the past few days, but I haven't been able to because it's been tough. It's been busy. So Meg, you had this dream about a restaurant and an amusement park, which are both wonderful, positive symbols. Amusement park is about being happy and restaurant is about caring for yourself. And you're kept back from enjoying that amusement park and enjoying the food at the restaurant. And so it's a real huge symbol for what you're going through right now, saying you're not feeling like you can actually take care of yourself or really enjoy your life because you're burdened by responsibilities and by feelings of safety. And so, Meg, I think the secret of the dream and what it's really trying to tell you is the reason that you couldn't go on the slide is because of the harness. And so I think you can do some things and pursue your happiness, but you're going to have to embrace those feelings of not being safe and confront those characters inside of you that want to be safe, but are not letting you be safe. Nice. Oh, there we go. Got it back. Fangirl time. Courtney liked a story reply I sent her. What? Dr. Courtney Tracy? No way. Man, I've been talking to her. We were supposed to have a podcast recording together, but her little kiddo got sick, so we had to reschedule. Tifa says, "Oh, I was trying to find this on TikTok. LOL. I'd like to contribute. Sorry for interrupting." No, Tifa. So here, I'll put it in the chat. Search me up at Lion Mental Health on TikTok. But if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and follow the Dream App account on TikTok as well. Dream App Official. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I can be live on the Dream App YouTube channel or the Dream App TikTok channel as well. Yes, it's going to be rescheduled. It's going to be rescheduled too. Yeah, Tifa, come on over. Random question. What keyboard do you have? Ooh, did you like the way it sounded? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It's like some keyboard ASMR. Oh, Tifa, thank you so much. That's my keyboard. It's the Royal Kludge. Here you can see, show you on the back. I don't know if you can see that well. You can take a little screenshot if you want. I love this keyboard. It's great. It's wireless too if I want to. Tifa, I think that's you. I think I see it. No. Raylan, don't worry. Always going to be live on here too. Just multi-streaming to more platforms. Reaching more people with the power of the dream interpretations. Yeah. I want to get a mechanical keyboard. I tell you what, man, this was a great deal, and it's one of the better ones. Here, I'll turn out the light so you can really see it. It glows and changes color. I love it. It sounds so great. I don't know if you can see that. It's I love this keyboard, man. It's very fantastic. And the buttons change, right? So like if I it'll do different things. How cool is that, right? Got that mode. You can do all sorts of different things. I love this one. I love them all. Isn't that great? How fun is that? The keyboard's fantastic. I love this keyboard. Use it every day, man. There's one where it lights up when you like press the keys. That is definitely one of my favorites. I gotta find my setting again. There it is. I think that's the one I use. Okay. Oh, let me turn my light back on. Nice. I was looking at the Logitech one that looks like that, but it's $250. Oh yeah, get this one. I think this one was like $80. I think it was a lot less. The Logitech ones. I like the Royal Kludge. ROYALKLUDGE. KLUDGE. Royal Kludge. I like their keyboards. They're really nice. I did a lot of research on them. They're nice and heavy too. They really stay put. I like that. No. Raylan, don't worry. I'm staying here for sure. Raylan's like, I don't think I can handle that. Yeah, I don't think I can handle that either. Yeah. Scarlane says, hey, it's Tiffany. Oh, she made it to the chat. Welcome, Tiffany. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you being here, man. What's going on? Welcome. I'm just about to wrap up for the evening, but if you've got a question that you want to like slide on in real quick before I wrap up, let me know. Let's do it. Let's get to these last questions. Then I'm gonna hang on out of here. Go watch the Rings of Power. That's what I've been waiting all week for. Let's do it. Okay, Scarlane says, I dreamt about my dad. We were at our old house. He is coming back, but needs time first. Old house. This is about your old frame of mind. House is mind. And so you're thinking about your past. You're thinking about the childhood parts of you, right? And your dad is all about safety and structure, right? So it's like, what safety and structure from your past are you needing right now today? Your mind is trying to show you what it wants. Remember, dreams at their core are about desire, right? I mean, it sounds a little cliche, but like if you think about the Disney term, right? A dream is a wish that your heart makes is pretty in some ways accurate. There's a lot more nuance to it, but This is a wish of your heart. You want to get back to simpler times, your past, your childhood, and feel that safety and that security that you miss. And so find ways to find that and bring that back into your life, Scarlane. That's really important. Scarlane says, or Meg says, Scarlane, I think I came in a little late on the live. Did you let him know you didn't hear his part 1? Ooh, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Scarlane, response last night to the other dream. Oh yeah, no, I redid. Yes, Meg, we went over Scarlane's dream about the 11:18. We talked it all through again, so she got it. That's so sweet of you, Meg. Thanks for taking care of the chat like that. I really appreciate that, man. Like, you all are so sweet to each other, and like that's the point of this community, is like to care for each other and to be kind to each other and to support each other. So yes, Meg, that's so sweet of you. Yeah, I love it. All right, listen, y'all. On that note, I'm gonna go watch Rings of Power. I'm gonna have a little snack. Make sure to feed yourself. If you haven't eaten today, go eat today, right? Drink your water, take your vitamins. Good for you. You're a beautiful, amazing person. I'm really glad that we got to spend this time together. Congratulations on making it to the weekend. It's Friday. Proud of you, fam. Proud of you. Lion Pride strong. Check out Dream App. Do all the fun stuff. Thanks for being here. I'll be back on Thursday. I'll be back on Friday to hang out with you. I'm so glad to be back at work, man, after all this stuff. I love you. I'll see you real soon. Bye.